What up, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and this is my co host, Josh.
Hey everybody.
And welcome back to another episode of the FilmBros podcast. All right, Josh. So, a lot to cover. Oh, dude, I got to tell you something. Last week, we're over here talking about like leaks of, Marvel, Sony, all these just Marvel fronts, right? This week, we actually got the real version of that Spider-Man trailer that we decided to talk about last week. But the leaks have not stopped. They have not stopped. But Kevin Feige has finally woke up. It took him about a week. These clips have been going around heavy. We kind of talked a little bit about it last week, but this clip has been kind of circulating a lot more with HD versions actually coming out. And that's the one scene of Doom. We saw this last week. It was all pixely. There was Doom there, Shang-Chi. But like I said, the visuals were really crappy, if you remember that, Josh. Really bad. But it seems now we're getting HD versions. I'm not sure if these are AI upgraded. Some of them kind of seem like it when it comes down to the trailers, but some of the pictures look kind of legit, if you catch my drift. But, AI is around, so like the boy said in season 5, who knows if it's real? Am I right? But I'm gonna scroll through some of these, and then I'm gonna let you see the actual trailer or at least the clip that seems to be in high def or upgraded AI high def. So this is Doctor Doom, right? RDJ's Doctor Doom. How does that look to you? We got
Not bad.
the fit looks clean. You got to be honest, right? Cyclops. We got a better look at what Cyclops looks like. Got the actual comic accurate suit, the visor as well.
Pretty good. See, can't even be mad. That's pretty good.
No, can't be mad. Okay, we got Nightcrawler here with Shang-Chi in the back. Nightcrawler looks completely different. White hair this time, a lot older.
Yeah, why does
as
he
you
have
can
white
tell.
hair?
I'm assuming he's older. The one franchise that can acknowledge that actors get older, apparently. Yeah.
Right.
All right. And this is a what is it called? The Sentinel, right?
Looks like it. Could totally be a Sentinel.
More comic accurate than what we got in Days of Futures Past. Am I right?
Yeah, but Days of Futures Past is badass, bro.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here is potentially a trailer that leaked. Don't believe it's real, but I'll still show it to you. It's possibly AI generated, but it is what it is. It looks like it's been leaked, but we'll just give it a look. We'll leave it there because we could tell it's AI. They got to be AI. Am I right? It's clearly
That's
AI.
gross.
Some people are getting baffled, but not here. And last but not least, this seems to be the HD version. Oh no! As we're speaking right now, it's getting DMCA'd as we're speaking. Let's see if we could pull it back up though. Pictures, HD quality. Nope, it's all disappearing. They're getting DMCA striked, but we do have little photos like this where it seems like they took the video and actually just AI'd it up.
Cleared it up.
Yeah, basically tried to clear it up as best as they possibly can. Pedro Pascal's back there. Anthony Mackie's Captain America, Shang-Chi, Thor. We kind of called this out as we were kind of watching that the blurred version, but I mean, at least we can get a better indication of who's there. I mean, not that we couldn't tell, but here we are. Like I said, Nightcrawler, Cyclops in the back. We have Gambit back here as well. Mystique, Channing. Yeah. Oh wait, who's that?
Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Oh, there's two of them. It looked like AI decided to pop out two, and Florence Pugh, Black Widow. So it looks pretty good. Am I right? Look, obviously these leaks are gonna be stopped. Obviously, We never knew if they were real, but now that they're actively getting DMCA striked in front of our eyes, you just gotta admit that these are real. And not Pedro, but Kevin Feige gotta put out a trailer or just give us these HD versions at this point because they're running rampant and it looks real. What are
I
we
mean,
thinking?
I don't
What are we
know.
thinking about these leaks, Josh? Come on.
I mean, I don't know if he thinks or if people think they might be real. I mean, I'm still questioning it hard. So, but I know he's probably gonna strike down anything that he sees as Marvel or whatever. So you can't really fault him for that.
If it's fan films, if it's fake stuff, I don't think we get strikes like this. And I'm just being real. Like I understand that that's the thing, but I don't think we get Fahi working this hard. I know these two came out not too long ago, um, and a lot of people were like, "Oh no, this isn't real," but people think that this is a real picture that was the same way as like the Doomsday photos and the Doomsday trailer where it was completely blurred out and they decided to just update it with AI and basically upscale it to make it look more clear. This is apparently a plot point, and spoilers up ahead. I should have been saying this, but spoilers. Obviously, it looks like Hugh Jackman Wolverine and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man basically going at it. Apparently, this is the opening scene for Doomsday, where there's an incursion happening. Apparently, Charles Xavier has sent Wolverine with a machine to basically destroy that whole universe because of what possible implications they may have. Apparently, him and Toby go at it, and they both stay and meet their demise on that planet.
I ain't gonna see my goat go out like this, bro.
Which one, Toby Maguire or Hugh
Toby,
Jackman?
I ain't gonna see Spider-Man go out like that, bro. Come on now. Don't do me like this.
So I mean, does that seem like a cool opening to what? I mean, if we see what we have here with Doom, possibly, from what I'm hearing from this rumor as well from this clip, that this is possibly the moment where Doctor Doom basically reveals himself as the evil villain. Supposedly that we get certain heroes from 616 to move over there. Obviously, we saw a little interaction in the end of the Marvels, if you guys watch that. And so this clip or these pictures are basically from that moment where Doctor Doom basically shows himself as the bad guy. Everybody's basically fooled and has to put up a fight.
So that could be like near the end, maybe.
Probably middle of the movie, maybe 20, 30 minutes in.
Yeah, because oh, I'm here to help, and then in plot twist, I'm actually
The one
not
causing
here
the
to help.
incursions, actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm actually the problem.
I don't know. That could be cool. I I just don't know about that Toby scene though. They're not gonna have me sit for 2 hours knowing my goat's dead. I can't process the movie at
Well,
that
I
point. That's
mean,
not enough.
that's another rumor too. And I kind of possibly, with all these leaks kind of coming out, I kind of believe it as well. But apparently, that this film is going to be split into two, which will obviously be Doomsday and Secret Wars, Avengers Part 1, Avengers Part 2. I think we heard about this months ago. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but it was never kind of followed through with Marvel Studios adding an actual Part 1 or Part 2. But if they're kind of dubbing it that way, regardless, I'm assuming because there are rumors now that apparently, the main core X-Men are going to be recast, with rumors of Beast being possibly recasted by Charles Melton. And if you know who that is, we basically seen him as the other half of the split personality morphing lady, right? He was the male half of that person. And then on top of that, we're hearing that Jean Grey is basically going to make her appearance or debut in Brand New Day and possibly be played by Sadie Sink, moving on forward from Secret Wars. So I'm assuming Doomsday is going to be the old Fox people. All the old Marvel people are going to basically show their face, put up a fight. The end of the day, they're going to get their ass beat. We're going to get a farewell goodbye like we possibly did with Deadpool and Wolverine, right? it's the end of the world as we know it, and then you see, all the faces of everybody that passed, and you know what I mean. And then from Secret Wars on, we get the rebooted cast for X-Men, and the new roster that we're probably going to see moving forward past Secret Wars.
Okay, okay. I mean, that'd be a smart way to do it. Honestly, honestly, why not in that aspect? Because that'll kind of just make sense. Well, everyone's got to be phased out. It's time for younger looking X-Men. Yeah, I just hope that doesn't take forever.
Okay.
That's it.
So seeing your goat get taken down, but Tom Holland rise from the ashes, possibly a Miles
Tom
Morales.
Tom Holland is gonna be close to 35 if that when that third movie comes out. So, I mean, it's time for a younger version of him too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I gotta, since you kind of walked into it, I gotta put that counter offer that Toby's kind of been doing it for years now too.
No one
Actively
is
came back.
saying okay, but no one is saying that he should be getting his own solo thing or whatever. Even though if they were, I'd see it.
I swear I
I'm
could
just
remember
saying,
back when No Way Home came out, you said Spider-Man 4
yeah,
over TASM
yeah,
3.
I would see it if it were to happen.
You
But
should
am
literally
I
say Spider-Man
acting?
4 over TASM 3.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the goal. I support the goal. But like I said, if
Andrew
they are gonna
Garfield's the
kill
GOAT.
him, if they were going to kill him in the first 10 minutes, I will not be processing the rest of the movie. I'll be too devastated. It wouldn't happen.
Like you just see your childhood Spider-Man just get murked by your childhood Wolverine. That's like the
Yeah,
best way to do it, right? Like the nicest way. You just put the loaded gun in the teddy bear's hand and you just be like, you love them both. You can't be upset, right?
I can be a little upset.
No. I honestly think that would be an epic opening, to be honest. If they do something like that. And then, like, if they actually have the balls to let Hugh Jackman go, would be amazing. It would be same thing with Tobey Maguire. If they have the balls to actually let him go, that'd be cool. Like no, oh, we're gonna see him at the end of Doomsday fighting side by side everybody, and he's still gonna get murked yet again. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see any of that. We want a cohesive story that kind of shows that some of these characters actually have some stake.
Right. I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Especially in a big movie like Doomsday. We need that. We need that. But yes, Josh. So all these leaks coming in, DMCA's or DCMA's being served everywhere we go. As you can tell, it's been basically everything's basically gone at this point. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Anybody who is excited for this, and here we are. So let us know what you guys think, though. If you guys caught some of these leaks, we kind of want to know you guys' thoughts. What do you think about the storyline? I know we got a little bit of spoilers in there, but if you guys care about what Doomsday is obviously going to bring to the table and you don't want spoilers, remember, this is a grain of salt. We're just kind of talking about it. Hopefully it's not real, but if it is, Marvel made some enemies because they're getting wham-whammed everywhere from, like I said, from Sony's lot to Disney's lot. You can't make this shit up. But real quick, Josh, what do you think about Charles Melton being rebooted as possibly the new X-Men Beast, right?
You said he's who?
And obviously Jean Grey as Sadie Sink, possibly, playing her as moving forward past Secret Wars.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
Sadie Sink is the girl from Stranger Things, the
Not
redhead.
Sadie Sink, man. I know who that is. Charles Melton. Oh, he was the guy from Gen V that
I
no
told
one
you
saw
from Gen V,
technically.
the other half, the morphing guy. I told you that
That's not bad. It's not a bad pick. I can get behind that.
as Beast
Yeah, I can get behind that.
and Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Is
Yeah,
Marvel cooking with the X-Men roster so far? I
I'm,
mean, 2 for 2.
I'm, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why not.
If Melton winds up getting it,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
pretty good.
big shoes, right? We saw the original. He basically came back for the ending of the Marvels, and then we also saw Nicholas Holt's version of Beast. So I mean, we've had two iterations. Do you? I mean, I
Right.
personally like Nicholas Holt's.
I thought he was good.
So I mean, I don't know if anybody can reach that bar. I got to be honest. The guy from Gen V, who we barely saw, I don't know. I could have possibly, to be honest, Nicholas Centino, Nick Centino, the guy who's gonna be playing the
Oh,
young Rambo.
fucking Rambo.
I would have seen him as like
That's
a
pretty
beast.
good. That's actually pretty good. Can't even be mad at that one.
If you have a
Yeah,
fan
but
cast, do you have a fan cast?
for Beast,
I mean, he's gonna be blue half the time, anyways, with the fur. But I'm just more thinking of like the look of him, right? I really like Nicholas Holt's. Like his beast was more like an untamed version. It seemed more like he was, rugged. Where like the more obviously the more mature beast, he was more obviously slick back hair and everything like that. So what kind of beast can we be getting with Melton if he's chosen? I mean, what kind of look are you kind of thinking Beast should probably have? That scruffy? Should he have that slick back? And what kind of actor can possibly fill in that shoe?
well, considering he's probably gonna be like CGI'd,
What
you
do
know
you
what I
mean?
mean? I don't think they're gonna be
Uh
doing
oh.
ma makeup for him.
Oh yeah, no. Marvel doesn't do that shit. Hell no.
Yeah, and like that's a tough thing to let go.
Well, I
But
mean, Nightcrawler is gonna be pure makeup, but he wasn't like that in the Marvels. He was CGI in the Marvels, huh?
yeah, they basically did them all up in makeup.
Mm, that'd be
They're
interesting.
going they're going for like a younger, active kind of X-Men. So I guess it couldn't really happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they wanted to go like, oh, he's already like a professor and all that stuff, I'd go for someone like Coleman Domingo.
Oh, mm, a little race swapping, but that'd be pretty suave. I could see that happening as well. I kind of want him as Black Panther though.
He's a little too old for Black Panther.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, huh?
He could be Black Panther's like dad or descendant. I like that's the thing. I know he's old and like it's gonna be hard to like
Well, the new
put
Black
that
Panther's
together.
dad, I believe, is going to be Chadwick Boseman, right? Because aren't they trying to like
Right.
pass down that mantle from to the kid? Isn't that why they basically made Black Panther 2?
Yeah, basically, that's what I'm thinking. So what can you do? You know what I
Interesting
mean?
stuff. But Sadie Sink as Jean Grey gotta be lock.
It's pretty good.
That's like a really good pick, right? Like can't even be mad at that one. But let us know what you guys think. Like I said, Charles Melton possibly as the Beast for the X-Men reboot. Obviously, names are still going to be coming through if he passes on it. But I mean, he's a smaller actor. It's a big Marvel role. I don't see him really saying no if this is the case. But if it is, hey, hopefully we get somebody else that possibly fits that suave aesthetic that Josh kind of wants. I'm kind of looking for a more rougher Beast. So let us know what you guys think and who you guys want uh, playing Beast. Moving on, Josh Clayface apparently running test screenings and uh, apparently is being compared to the likes of Joker. Not the second one though. Not the second one. Apparently the first one is what is being compared to, with even Aaron Paul being revealed in one of these screenings as well, playing a small role. I believe they gave us a name of who he could possibly be playing, but I forgot who it was. But we're getting good reports on Clayface. I mean, how are we feeling about that?
I we knew. I'm sorry. Reports are saying we fucking knew that this would happen. We knew this was going to happen. This is just Joker. It's Joker with Clayface slapped right on it. There's nothing more. Oh, I'm trying to be said artist. Oh, but my accident and freaky brain make it hard to be said artist. Woe is me. Where's Batman? We knew that this was going to happen, bro. I'm not moved though.
So it's more of
I'm
a, you kind of figure that this movie was gonna be kind of good. I mean, it's coming from Matt Reeves, right? Technically speaking.
technically.
So I mean, if he kind of took it from there, we kind of knew that this was gonna kind of happen. So I mean, I'm not really expecting anything less. Now, if it would have been bad, I would have been like, oh shit. So like James Gunn basically gets his mitts on a film and is like, or at least a already done property from an existing director and basically fumbles the ball. Like that's crazy. But he looks like it's probably going to be doing really good. Now, the issue that I'm having that some people are kind of running with this rumor, and I'm hoping we could stop this right now, and I'm hoping you're not on that side. A lot of people are thinking Aaron Paul is playing Batman for some reason. That this little cameo that he has is going to be that little Batman cameo. Now, I don't know if I believe that James Gunn would debut. I mean, he didn't even have the balls to show us the full Batman fit in an animated movie or animated show. So I don't think that he would actually go as far as to put a cameo, a live action cameo of Batman in this film. But let's just play devil's advocate. Josh, what do you think of Aaron Paul was the Batman in the DCU and in Clayface?
It's a terrible decision. Not only to put him as like a small cameo in another movie that I thought was disconnected from the DCU, but yeah, it's just bad. Just a bad decision all around. James Gunn's bar, I think, can get lower. Like he does some fuck shit, and you're just like, it got lower. Damn. Assuming that this is true, I can't just give him outright hate. He
We
gets
don't
too
see
much of that
Aaron
already.
Paul as a Batman character,
No, 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 no. Oh, you mean like another like mythos kind of guy?
like a different kind of Batman. I mean, obviously we went for Corn Sweat, which I mean, a lot of people already kind of said, hey, James Gunn kind of looked at Robert Pattinson's Batman and kind of matched him up with him, and was really hoping that Reeves was going to give him up, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So, would Aaron Paul be kind of like that match to David Cornsweet's Superman? Is the question. I don't think so. I mean, but we haven't seen him recently. I don't know if his physique got different. I mean, obviously that would be a different case. But even in the um, I mean, we don't have any notes of in the movie. Is he buff? Is he scrawny? Did he what kind of role capacity was he in? It just more like he kind of had a role in there, and then it was minor, very minor. No details have surfaced on who he's playing, nothing. So it's just more of a speculative thing. But for some reason, people speculate Batman. I really don't know where that kind of came from. I was kind of looking for that. I know some
I
people
don't know.
posted like, oh, when James Gunn first took the job, he wound up congratulating him in the comments of something. But I mean, that's about it. I think I've seen a lot of influencers and what I would think lower level actors doing that.
Man, I just think it's wrong on all accounts. From the studio
Well,
that
you're a
greenlit
Breaking
the
Bad
movie
fan.
to
So
fucking.
I mean, if you say Aaron
That
Paul is
does
not a
not
good, well,
mean.
no, well, as I'm saying, if you're saying Aaron Paul does not belong as Batman, I believe you because I have not actually seen Aaron Paul in any role. To be fair, well, any big
Yeah,
role, I
no,
guess you could say.
no. What has he done since Breaking Bad? He played Jesse several different times on commercials. He did El Camino. He fucking um
He has dinner with
he
Bryan
played
Cranston all the time.
Powerplex. He did Powerplex, and that's it. He's in another movie right now with Corey Barker, but that's about it. He
Is he in
hasn't
Need
had the
for
most.
Speed? Do you remember him in Need for Speed?
I don't. I think he's the brother that gets blown up,
No,
or is he the star?
he's the star. He's the star of the movie. That's the one that I kind of got introduced to him, but I didn't know he was side by side with Breaking Bad at the time. I feel like I seen him recently in a movie, like a cameo for some reason. Oh, I did. I see because I recently watched Exodus: Gods and Kings, and he was in there. That movie was dog shit. Ridley Scott, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be very ashamed of you. A cartoon movie
Mm-hmm.
did it better. Just saying. Anyways, little drive by for him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see him as that, but I did see him in that movie. He was in God's Exodus and Kings, and I felt he was out of place. That's okay. Isn't he going to be in the Odyssey? Or am I tripping?
No,
No, right?
no, no,
Okay.
no.
But yeah, so I mean, no Batman or possibly Batman, possibly Aaron Paul is Batman. Like I said, I don't know where this rumor came from, so grain of salt with that one as well. But let us know what you guys think. Clayface is apparently having great test screenings. Aaron Paul possibly playing Batman, but I mean, all we got so far is that he played a minor role with nothing really evident to say that he's playing Batman. But if a minor role means like, oh, we see like a silhouette of him and possibly his voice, and you just hear, I'm Batman and I'm here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Aaron Paul's gonna be that guy, but I mean, if some people do, let us know what you guys think. Moving on, Josh, the Batman Part 2 logo has been revealed. Now, some people were making little mock-ups before. Obviously, we thought, or some people were really rooting for a Mr. Freeze to be in the Batman Part 2, but obviously it was like, he doesn't go fantastical, so how the fuck is that going to happen? Well, we finally got the actual logo reveal, because Matt Reeves has been kind of posting heavily behind the scenes little pictures, little snippets to kind of give you like teases of the Batman, and they kind of kept the Batman Part 2 logo. Obviously you still see the symbol there. It's red, kind of like the original. They just put Part 2 at the bottom, and the DC Studio logo is slapped on top. It's no longer just that little DC that the original and possibly, I believe, the Penguin had as well.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I was expecting a little bit of a change up, but sure. If we're just keeping it plain and simple, the Batman Part 2 works.
I gotta say, with the new DC Studios logo, it kind of clashes. It doesn't feel as sleek if you remember the first. It was like this, and it had the little DC in the corner. See how it looks a little bit more clean. Um, and James
It's
Gunn
just bright
Vision,
and blue.
yeah, and James Gunn Vision just kind of clashes with the colors, in my opinion. It doesn't make it look as sleek as it's supposed to. So, you know, simple, could have possibly passed the vibe check, but you got this weird little ugly sticker on top, and I really, it's if you took that off, take that off. Oh yeah, it looks better. If I just take it off, I put my finger in front of it, and the Batman bar do. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? So nothing too crazy, but I just thought that we take a look at it and see if. To be honest, I just wanted to see if that new DC Studios logo made it look ugly. And it really did.
It did.
And
It
it really
is.
did. And it really did. But yeah, little logo came out from Matt Reeves. Like I said, we were getting little pictures. I wanted to bring up the little pictures, but there's just, I personally don't see nothing in them. I've been trying to see if anybody else has, and everybody's as clueless as the next guy. So we'll just wait until we actually get some real good reveals. Hopefully the suit reveals sometime soon. I don't know if we're getting an updated version or not, but if we do, would be amazing. It would be amazing. Let us know what you guys think, though. The Batman Part 2 logo with the new DC Studios logo is up right now. Check it out. Let us know what you guys think. Josh, the Snyder has basically came out to tell us what the new Star Wars plan is. Obviously, Kathleen Kennedy is out. We're getting new leadership. With The Mandalorian and Grogu coming out, took it a little bit, but it wound up crossing, I believe, 360 million worldwide this past week on a $160 million budget. So not only did it break even, but it seems to have made a profit. So it shows that some people are still interested in Star Wars, but it's obviously not as heavy as what you would think when it comes down to like a Skywalker saga or something like that. And we've been kind of hearing rumors of certain people going to try their hand at the Skywalker saga, as well as bring in new Star Wars adventures. We do have Sean Levy, who's going to be bringing us Starfighters, I believe, right, is the movie name. We have new leadership. Dave Filoni is going to be the one in charge from here on out, and apparently we're going to be getting a new formula that is not keep everything on Disney Plus. We're gonna be getting apparently 2 Disney Plus series and 1 film per year when it comes down to the Star Wars side. Don't know when this is going to be implemented. I'm not sure if this is because Kathleen Kennedy left, whether this is because Mandalorian Grogu pulled in a little bit of money. But I mean, if this rumor is true and we're getting 2 Disney Plus projects and 1 film per year, is this the start of something glorious, or is Star Wars not learning from their past mistakes?
I mean, I'm taking this as a rumor I mean, if it's the insider, obviously I'm taking it as a rumor. But I feel like we kind of should have known that this was probably going to happen if Mandalorian and Grogu failed like it did, or maybe in their eyes they made a profit, whatever. But yeah, no, I kind of figured this was gonna happen. I was just we got to return back to formula. No more standalone films for a while until you know you've got a hitter. We have about two of them coming out right now, and a
Starfighter.
couple of them were promised. I mean, I would still like to see a Guillermo del Toro fucking Jedi film. You know what I mean?
That's not happening.
Yeah, but I would like to see it.
It's probably not gonna happen.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, this makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Now,
They gotta put faith back in the brand, or the fans in the brand.
see, here's my thing though, because we moved on from the Skywalker saga, but it seems like it's a gold mine. Now we've talked about this before. I've kind of said it. Can we go full reboot with Star Wars? Possibly. I think a lot of people want to see retold imaginings of Luke and Han and Leia, and you know, maybe seeing this again from a different perspective. I mean, can you redo this story and have a hard hitting, like a hard hitting moment like Revenge of the Sith for those people that did not see Star Wars from A New Hope or whatever. Even if you did, you could have watched the prequels and been like, "Oh shit, that's him." You know what I mean? I don't think you'll get that same kind of surprise. So I'm still on the fence on whether a reboot would actually work. But if we're going back to the Skywalker saga for this one movie a year, and then we're gonna get like Disney Plus shows like spin-offs and stuff like that, I kind of feel like that's kind of cheap. We already said we were wrapping it up with Ray by episode 9, and now we're over here actively looking into episodes 10 through 12. It's kind of done. You know what I mean? Like why are we gonna do it again? You kind of fumbled the ball. Now if we are gonna do that whole retcon the sequels, which I know that you're very much against, that'd probably be a different story. How are you gonna basically wash the memory of Ray and basically try to scrub off fans like you who basically enjoyed it? So I mean, I don't know. This is kind of the weird one. Like you said, this is a rumor. We're taking it with a grain of salt, but weird move forward in my opinion for Dave Filoni, who's taking this seat.
Well, I mean, okay, I can kind of agree on the Skywalker's saga stuff because we kind of did wrap it up. But I mean, as I guess as long as it's not a solo story, it'll always be kind of connected because now you have to pick a point before or after all that stuff. And if it's after, a lot of people aren't going to remember, or a lot of people are still going to remember the conflicts of not just Vader, but Kylo Ren too.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything is still gonna have to be picked up from that stuff. And if you go prequel, well, you have to tread carefully because you could hit a lot of fucking misconceptions and problems, just kind of like the Acolyte did. And not every project's gonna be like the Acolyte. That's the worst of the worst, but you could run into trouble.
One thing that I do believe with Filoni is that he's gonna get good creatives and actually get people that give a shit about Star Wars, and we're not gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get something like that under his watch. What I'm thinking is that we're gonna get more. I want to say Filoni's gonna kind of go out of his way to give us different like stories, because I mean that's what he's been basically doing. But if you notice, Filoni's track record has been very much close to like nostalgia and everything like that. Whereas when we want to tell different stories, we've been kind of branching out to, Tony Gilroy for like Andor, and like a little bit bigger names to kind of give us those bigger shows that we've. In all honesty, gotta say, Andor is probably the best Disney Plus Star Wars project that's been put out there. I mean, if you want to run that one side by side with some of like the animated stuff, like Clone Wars, the last season of Clone Wars, and maybe the Bad Batch, it'll probably have like some competition. But compared to like Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, I mean, if maybe the ending scene with Darth Vader and him kind of picks it up the series a little bit more, but everything else kind of falls flat. So it's like everything has been kind of coming from the mind of different people when it comes down to like hard hitting Star Wars stuff. And Dave Filoni's been kind of playing it safe with all these, remember berries and nostalgia, and not letting go of Ahsoka, and all this stuff. So am I a little bit worried about his leadership as well? Yes, but only because I'm kind of afraid that we can't even let him go, and Mandalorian and Grogu, or let characters go, and Mandalorian and Grogu kind of cemented that for me as well.
Right. Right. But I mean, that's the thing. This movie is such a hiccup, and it's not even in the sense of like it's bad or whatever. Because I mean, I haven't seen it, but
I didn't
it
think it
has
was
to be
bad.
more.
I don't think it was bad.
That's why. That's why it's not even like that's the thing. They made it feel unimportant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's not being like talked about or cared for like it's supposed to be. It just feels like another movie, which Star Wars doesn't really do that. Everything they've done has been kind of grand and meaningful to the story of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like that's the problem. That's the problem talking about this movie because it's just like, yes, it's such a blight. This feels more of like a blight than like the sequels because either way, they have a fan base, and this one just kind of feels like this happened and that was random, but we're back on track. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel.
It's just it feels like more like just another random Mandalorian season, going through an adventure and then ending with them basically coming out. You know what I mean? Like just a normal season. They should have really saved Mandalorian and Grogu basically reuniting till the movie. Like that should have possibly been like one of the big things of like him getting him back, or him going into the universe to kind of find him again because he couldn't bear to live without him, or maybe somebody found out about their past and they're going after him, so he needs to go warn him or something, and he goes picks him up, and then you see Luke Skywalker on the big screen, and it doesn't seem so wasted for a small screen debut for like for something that could have been possibly monumental. A lot of people have been waiting for like a younger Luke Skywalker, and if that would have happened on the big screen, more people would have seen it and possibly been more excited for something to happen with that. You know what I mean? And no, so I don't know. This does seem like it's plausible because this is kind of like the formula that the MCU kind of was going down, right? They wanted to put out a movie, put out a TV show, and kind of go from there. Can they be mandated by the same company to do the same thing? Yeah, and I can see it happening. But we need hard hit, like how you said. We just need more hard hitting stuff. We can't be doing these weak ass things because Star Wars was a rollout. It was a rollout. Up even with the sequels, they were rollouts, right? Like the Force Awakens, the even with the whole split division with the Last Jedi after the fact. But everybody was hyped for that movie. Everybody was hoping that it was going to be really good. Put some bad taste in the mouth. Solo came out. It kind of made it a little bit worse. And then by the time Rise of Skywalker came out, it was still kind of a monumental thing that it still made a billion. So you can't say that people aren't interested in Star Wars. You just got to make it worth people's time, and that's just any movie. You got to make it worth people's time. Nobody wants to come in and watch some the same shit they've seen before, right? Like we don't want to see Mandalorian and Grogu doing adventures again. We've seen that. What kind of adventure can they get into that actually makes the audience say, oh shit, like this was actually worth it? If you guys can't think of that, then I think that maybe we should pack it up, right? And give them the
Right.
old Beskar bullet.
Mhm. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Let us know what you guys think, though. Star Wars is active and moving, but we don't know if it's moving in the right direction in 2026. Okay, we're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully by 2027 we get a better indication. Moving on, Josh, the Grinch and How It Stole Christmas might get a sequel with Jim Carrey and Ron Howard returning. Ron Howard made the original back in 2003, I believe, with Jim Carrey, and that was magic till this day, a classic. But one thing for sure is that Jim Carrey said that he was retiring. And I said, hey, that's fire of him to say, hey, I'm retiring and just come back for Mr. Robotnik and that just kind of be his last role and then he kind of bows out and all that stuff. My thing is that we've never actually had an actor say, hey, we're done here and I'm good and I'm just going to walk away. They just kind of disappear, right? Like most of the time they just kind of disappear. So when Jim Carrey kind of came out and was like, hey, this is going to be my last movie. I'm just going to be doing this for Sonic. I was like, that's cool. I'm with that. He's getting older. I'm kind of down that he's not, down to revisit old properties and stuff like that. But boy, did I get a rude awakening this past week. And, he's really apparently he's in talks and could be possibly down for a sequel. Can we get another cult classic hit, Josh? Will Jim Carrey take this and will this kind of be, a little side mission with, towards the end of his career? What are we thinking here?
I mean,
Are we excited?
I don't know if I'm excited. I know the first one's great, and that one's like accidentally great because I feel like that one just sort of we stumbled upon that one. But the sequel this late in the game, I don't know. I don't know if I want this.
This late in the game.
It could be late in the game. It could be a big problem. It could be terrible. I don't know if I want it. In that weird way of like sequels could potentially be better than the first, I don't know if they'll even cook.
Well, yeah, and this one, exactly what you said. I feel like this one was kind of like that lightning in a bottle, right? Like, I don't know if you heard the rumor or at least the story of why there's no more like live action Dr. Seuss movies or whatever. That apparently The Grinch Stole Christmas was a hit, and so they said, hey, we kind of want to do another one with Dr. Seuss's name. The Dr. Seuss estate said yes. They let Universal make The Cat in the Hat. Now, The Cat in the Hat was originally supposed to be with a different actor. They didn't have that actor. They wrote a lot of. They wound up getting the same scriptwriter that they used for The Grinch, but apparently Ron Howard was the guy who basically took out all the adult jokes out of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Those jokes were basically transferred to The Cat in the Hat, and the Dr. Seuss estate really hated the fact that there was a lot of adult humor in that movie. And so they said, well, we're never going to let you guys do that because you guys did not cut those scenes after we told you. And they still added like the dirty hoe scene and all those, the cutting the tail, the son of a, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So the funniest bits of the movie,
Yeah,
they
they
just
weren't a
said
fan. They
we don't
weren't a
want
fan
that.
of that. And apparently Mike Myers hated the film as well. Apparently he did not even want to do it. Apparently it was more of a he got out of a different movie, and because of contract obligations, they took him to court and said you had to do this movie, and so he had to forcefully do this movie. So I mean,
Let's
that's
see.
basically a story that basically ended the Dr. Seuss live action saga.
Right, and that would do it. You know what I mean? But man, I I can't help but feel like I love the Cat in the Hat movie way more than I love the Grinch Stole Christmas, and that's just because of all the stuff that they left in there. So I mean, I guess for me it works out, but
The
yeah, I
adult
don't know.
humor did do it for us, but apparently the Dr. Seuss estate were
That's not what they were looking for.
yeah, they're not too happy, not too happy.
I mean, I guess they can do this. I don't know what made the estate change their mind. Is it because the first one was a hit?
I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure because, like I said, Ron Howard being the guy who basically stopped um, the original writer from doing all these nasty words or these nasty jokes or whatever. Apparently, maybe they have more faith in Ron Howard and Jim Carrey and the writer coming back if all three of them are there together and not separated.
Could be good. But also, I don't know because, like I said, I'm not. I don't even. It's not even my favorite like Christmas movie. I don't even. I can't even advocate for this as like a fan because I just don't know if I enjoy it like that.
What, you don't like this movie like that?
Not the way that like it gets its praise. I guess like
Mm-hmm.
it. I know it exists. I know it's funny. I know it's cool. But I just it for me it just feels more of like it's casual cool. It's not like fanatic cool. Give me more. You know what I mean? Like I that's just kind of how I
So out
feel.
of the Dr. Seuss movies, you do prefer The Cat in the Hat over this one?
Yes.
Like a Universal Dr. Seuss produced movie?
Yeah.
And this one's not even like top 5 Christmas movies for you?
Yeah, top 10. Don't think I'd put it top five. I don't even think I can give you top like five Christmas movies. Like
No, well, because we did do it, and I'm trying to remember.
we
I don't even think
did.
this one was on your list. I don't believe it
No,
was.
no,
It
I
was on
don't
my
think no.
list,
Well, yes,
but it wasn't on yours. No,
but that's just because you don't like Home Alone.
no, I do love
Like,
Home Alone. What the hell? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Home Alone is a classic. I'd never say I hate it. Is it played out? Kind of. Because I mean, it's we haven't gotten another Home Alone movie that's worth it.
I'm not gonna advocate or talk about any more Christmas movies in the middle of summer. It's hot as
Right.
hell. I
Uh,
fuck it.
the fact that this deal is kind of happening right now, I'm assuming they're trying to get this geared up for maybe next holiday, right? Probably by Christmas 2027. So if it does happen, you might be seeing a Dr. Seuss Grinch movie by 2027. Older Grinch for sure, but I mean, pretty sure the makeup will be able to cover a good chunk of whatever's happening, right? I love
Right.
every year when Universal puts out that the Grinch people, and they always just put out TikToks of like them on the park, and it's always just Jim Carrey's Grinch. Like I believe that is basically what propelled this popularity to bring back Jim Carrey's Grinch, because everybody basically parodies his Grinch. Like his Grinch is a definitive Grinch in my opinion.
Right. Right. Not
So
Benedict
so, so
Cumberbatch.
no, because I even watched his animated one, and I was gonna bring him up too because I know that he wound up doing it as well. But if you notice, everybody kind of, like I said, the TikToks, everything kind of shows that everybody kind of gravitates. So you being on that other side where you're like, I don't like this one. I'm thinking you're a Benedict Cumberbatch fan. You an animated
I didn't
Grinch
even say
lover.
I ain't say I didn't like I
No,
don't like
no,
I
you
hate
just
it or nothing like that.
said. That's
I
what you
said
just
I
said.
didn't say I hated it. I just said I'm not the biggest fan like that. It's a casual movie to me. I'm not like
If
crazy about it.
okay, listeners, if you've been hearing our podcast, when Josh says it like that, he means this shit's ass. I don't pop this shit on for nothing. Okay?
That's not what
I never put this movie on. It's never gonna be popped in my Blu-ray. It's never gonna be popped in my streaming HD, 4K. Never, never. He said I'd rather put
it's
on
not
Home Alone.
Home
I
Alone,
can't blame you.
The Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat's not even a Christmas movie. It's just in the contender fucking field, dude.
It's not in there. But that's interesting, and a little bit of tea for you guys as well. If you guys were ever wondering why Dr. Seuss just never put out another live action movie, that's the reason why. So it took about, if this movie came out in the 2000, it took about what 26 years to even get a conversation going on another Dr. Seuss movie. So the Dr. Seuss estate can hold a grudge. Let's just be honest. They can hold a grudge for a little bit, and that's okay. But if they're willing to sacrifice it for Jim Carrey and everything, like I said, a little bit of the integrity for him is gone, because, like I said, for me, a good person knows when to bow out, right? As Ernesto Cardenas used to say, gotta know when to hold them and gotta know when to fold them, eh? And so, like, if
Oh,
that's the rule I live by on this earth, I assume that should possibly be, like, a general rule of thumb. Just know when to fucking fold your cards. Let us know what you guys think. Should Jim Carrey opt out of acting, or are you guys excited to see how the Grinch Stole Christmas come to life with him again? I think everybody's kind of excited for that. I think that's just a no-brainer. Let us know what you guys think. Moving on, Josh. Last week we talked about how Netflix seems to be subbing, kind of dissing some directors on possibly the reason why they don't want to work with them is obviously because of theatrical. Uh, I didn't think anything too much of it, but we have been talking about Netflix a little bit heavy, and they've been kind of acting a little bit like the best way I could say it is, a bitter ex, or maybe a bitter ex that got like a one night stand and was left because it was probably trash or something like that. But obviously, we know the circumstances are different when it came down to what happened with Netflix and WBD and Paramount and all that stuff. Netflix basically had it. We talked about this last week that it sounds like they're kind of going scorched earth with trying to pull the plug with this whole Paramount WBD deal. They haven't came out to say anything like that, but when somebody came out to say that Netflix was about to pursue Lionsgate as basically a last ditch second effort for Netflix to basically buy a studio. Lionsgate basically leaving WB back in 2024, 2023, I believe. Basically being a free agent. They thought Lionsgate was going to sign with somebody else. They've been kind of doing distribution deals here and there, but not too crazy. Lionsgate's shares basically surged 14% on Tuesday when they were reporting that Netflix was interested in buying it. But Netflix sent out a spokesperson to shut that shit down quickly, saying that Netflix is not interested and is not pursuing Lionsgate, and just basically left it at that. Actually, Lionsgate separated from Stars back in May 2025, so that was last year. So they've been kind of shopping around here and there on where they were going to go. Netflix kind of blatantly turning down buying Lionsgate kind of makes me laugh because they didn't blatantly turn down the whole scorched earth thing, nor did they turn down the whole, obviously theatrical, not working with certain directors. But they basically say they don't want Lionsgate whatsoever. Does that mean that they might not be talking about a deal? Probably not. I'm thinking Lionsgate might make a deal with Netflix to have some movies basically premiere there and, whatever. But I don't think Netflix would waste their money on a Lionsgate studio, to be honest. So that's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
I full face believe that shit. No way a studio comes out just to be like, we're not interested. Like I don't believe that. I
Yeah.
don't know if I like that's got to be the hardest no, hardest curve type shit. If it was fucking Paramount or WB, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's talk." But Lionsgate, swerving Lionsgate, like they fucking did you dirty is crazy.
Yeah. Well,
It
I mean,
wasn't then.
it's kind of like, it kind of reminds you of like when that whole beef situation with Drake and Kendrick were happening, and DJ Khaled basically came in and he was like, "I'm gonna get some Drake features," and Drake was like, "Nah, fuck you." And this is basically what's happening here, right? Like Lionsgate was kind of neutral, didn't really move the needle, didn't even say like, "Hey, we're interested in maybe moving this way," up until after the whole merger and they saw that things fell through. So maybe they were trying to go in for like a lower, for maybe a higher pay with Netflix not getting any kind of studio, and Netflix was like, "Nah, bro, we're still the big dogs. We're not gonna just come in and buy you because you come in here or something, right?" But like I said, that doesn't mean
Right.
that they're possibly not having talks to maybe premiere some Lionsgate movies or something. Not flat right out buy them, but maybe get a distribution deal between the two of them, right? And Steven Spielberg possibly caught wind of this whole Netflix dissing directors who don't want to work with them because this man decided to swing a couple shots his way towards Netflix for some reason, and I was like, man, I would have thought Spielberg would have had more things to do with his new movie being released, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So when asked about traditional releases and obviously streaming and all that stuff, and Spielberg is one of those to ask about, Clint Eastwood is one of those to ask about this kind of question, and everybody knows it. Same thing with Nolan and what's his name, Martin Scorsese. Everybody knows the old heads in Hollywood are basically against, they're against Netflix. They're against it all, streaming and all that stuff. They think box office is key, and that's basically shown here with what Spielberg basically has to say. He says here, once you commit to a television format, you're a TV movie. If it's a good show, you deserve an Emmy, but not an Oscar. I don't believe films that are just given token qualifications in a couple of theaters for less than a week should qualify for an Academy Award nomination. Like I said, an old head basically coming out and saying, "I did it the hard way. You guys get to do it the easy way." Nuh-uh. That's not the way, right? Like, he had to make box office movies. He had to make movies worthy of the silver screen, right? And back then, if you made a television movie, it was a television movie. You're not getting anything out of that, right? But nowadays, Netflix kind of changed that landscape, and now Netflix movies that are made for television are, Tessa Randall basically came out and said 1 year as well that they're made for cell phones as well. That they basically curate certain scenery in movies to basically keep you locked in on your cell phone, basically, and make the colors pop when it comes down to it being watched on your cell phone, because everybody knows that that's where a lot of the Netflix consumption comes from, which is kind of crazy. But what do you think about, this little part of what Steven Spielberg is saying? If you make a film on TV, it's not Oscar worthy, but if you make a box office movie, that's something different.
He's cooking. He is cooking. This is the kind of person I wish Scorsese was,
Mm-hmm.
because he's cooking. He's cooking hard. And Scorsese recently just fucking gave into the AI bullshit. So this is like the antithesis to fucking Ted Sarandos. This is great. This is everything that Netflix stands for. He said, "Fuck you and your TV movies." That's
Mm-hmm.
great. That's great. That's great. I love
and
that.
and he's not done. So he did emphasize, there's nothing like going to a big dark theater with people we've never met before and having the experience wash over you. I'm a firm believer that movie theaters need to be around forever. And it's true. And it's true. And last but not least, he did have to say this. So the idea of sending little cassettes, DVDs, to individuals to watch a movie, if I did that, I would be happy to work for Netflix and make a movie for Netflix, knowing that it's only going to be seen by millions of people on their home screens. But I'm a movie maker, and I believe in big motion picture, 70 millimeter theatrical experiences. And that just is a mic drop in itself. He basically, he went back to Netflix delivering DVD days. He basically said, "Oh, if I wanted to send little DVDs and cassettes to people's homes or whatever, no, that was in the beginning. They don't do that no more." They don't do shit like that. Like, he sunned Netflix for some reason, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that little sub that Netflix decided to do when they basically outright said, "Hey, we're not working with these directors." And Spielberg took that shit personally, and he decided to
As he should.
sub back. This is
As
actually
he should.
insane to see from a director. Am I right? I can't help but think that there's a correlation between the two. I mean, do you see that? Or
Oh yeah. I'm pretty, like I said, this is coming out right after what they said. This is very much fuck Netflix and how they move type shit. This is great. This is amazing. They Movie directors should not settle for less. He's right.
that is true. That is true. I like the disc though. I like the disc. If I wanted to make movies and send it out to people in a little package, that's funny. That's funny, because Spielberg, those were your movies he was sending out in little packages after the thing. That's I think that's the only argument that could possibly be made, right? Like, you make a theatrical movie, but at the end of the day, they still come into, obviously the DVD world, the VHS world when VHS were coming out or whatever, the Blu-ray, the 4K HDs. You're still gonna see it on streaming eventually. Am I right? So it's like, you make these grand movies, yes, but they're eventually gonna be watched on the TV regardless, right? And I think that's the only argument that could be made. Like, the Netflix is basically skipping the middleman and sending it straight to your screen. But like how Spielberg kind of put it, like, nothing beats going into a theater and having, people like-minded like you who want to go to the movies, that want to watch the movie, that are excited about certain scenes, the gasps, the laughs together, the sobbing, some people sobbing over scenes that you could have possibly thought it didn't need the crying, right? Like, all these different emotions and experiences that you get within the theater make the theater experience as well as the movie. And obviously, if you take that away and just send it straight to the house, you know, you watch the movie and it could be good, it could be bad, but it's just never gonna reach that, that that experience, that the what you leave with the theater with, right? Good or bad, because we leave with bad experiences all the time as well.
Exactly. Nothing beats the movie theater going experience. It's not going to change.
Crazy diss from Spielberg, though. Let us know what you guys think. Is he subbing Netflix? Is Netflix subbing these directors? Why is this happening? We need answers here. This is kind of a funny little thing, and the fact that Spielberg, like I said, Eastwood comes out. You hear Scorsese. You hear all these old heads come out and talk about this. While every single other director, even my GOAT Ben Affleck, right? Like, he even folded and went to Netflix, and I'm just like, why? Why? Is it the future? We'll have to wait and see. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you think about Spielberg's comments and Netflix basically flat out denying Lionsgate basically at the gate. That's insane. Let us know what you guys think. Josh, we have a slew of trailers. A slew. Yes, I'm using that word again. A slew of trailers. And we're going to start off with hopefully the highest note here. We got the actual Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that released. Now, we did see the leaked trailers. Okay? We did see them. So you're going to have a little bit of a reference point here. And you're going to be able to see what they possibly kept, if you remember, a good chunk of it. If you're a true Spider-Man fan, this isn't a real trailer without some, Sony watermarks or something. Am I right? But we saw those trailers. Those kind of got you hyped. Am I right? Is there anything that this trailer can do different than those trailers? Or are you thinking that they just said, fuck it, we tried to make 2, they got leaked, we're giving them a repeat of what they basically watched?
I think it's basically going to be a repeat. I don't think they had any time over the weekend to come up with something else. So,
are we excited that we're finally getting an official trailer? Yes. Not a leak.
Yep.
At least it's not a leak scene like what Secret Wars is going through, or Doomsday is basically going through.
It's official.
Actually the trailer. So we'll jump into this, Josh, and we got to see if Dustin Daniel Cretton is basically going to change the game for Spider-Man.
All right.
What is happening to me? Did you miss me, Spidey? I'm losing my mind. I am totally out of control. I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
Final semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
Maybe someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
What the? Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
So could you get rid of the bad aspects but keep the good?
How would you decide what parts of nature are good or bad?
Sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see. You're the only one who's immune to it. You're the only one who can sense it.
What do you think they're looking for?
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board. I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
Yo, Spider-Man! You okay? Did you get rid of that monster inside you?
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
You're not gonna get away with this.
But he might.
I didn't know you could get that big.
Hey!
But you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Fine.
This whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell are you?
Frank, please. I don't have anywhere else to go.
By the people who love you, just gonna let him go by himself? Love you because you're you.
If you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
Never forget that. No matter how powerful you become,
I miss you, May. Huh. All right, just give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. Oh. Did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?
And if you have Spider-Man 2, you'll be able to get the suit on the PlayStation. The only DLC that Spider-Man 2 will ever get. Kind of dumb.
Crazy.
Anyways, Josh,
this looks great.
What do we think?
This looks great. They're seemingly going all out on this whole Punisher Marvel involvement thing, which is great. I think that's kind of what everybody's been wanting. Not so much Iron Boy Jr., but him interacting with these people as like equals, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So this is great. I'm down. This is amazing. This is great. He put the pause on Scorpion. I don't know if Scorpion deserved that, but he put the pause on him too.
He like threatened him in a jail cell like years ago, and he just was like wailing on him right now. Like, we just met. I just met you.
I would stop crime 100%. But this looks great. I can't be mad. This is good.
I swear, like, he used to be like apologetic and stuff like that. So I wonder like how the villains are gonna look at him now that he's, you know, older, and you know, obviously they remember Spider-Man, but they don't remember Peter Parker. But you know, obviously he's older. He's gonna have like.
He's just like He's just like he ain't even friendly no more. He's just Spider-Man.
He took out the friendly from his name. Now he's spectacularly kicking my ass right now. Oh my god, it's crazy. But this scene right here, there was a GIF going around during the week, and I didn't think too much of it, but a lot of people started quote tweeting it and saying like that Sony basically changed the color of Hulk here, and that he's supposed to be gray in the movie, but to basically keep that as a surprise, they obviously changed it up here in the trailer to make it look green. More people believe that they're doing some trickery here as well, where Frank could possibly have somebody standing right here on his right side.
The internet is a crazy place because, yes, they could fake you out. They could totally not do anything like this. This is insane. But for the people to just look at an empty space and be like, someone's supposed to be standing right here. Like, I'll never get tired of that stuff from the internet.
Yeah. Especially because Marvel's been doing it for so long. So, you know that it's just coming out of pure PTSD. Like, a lot of people were expecting in Infinity War for Hulk to be fighting right beside him. And then for him to get completely knocked out in the beginning, they're like, you're never doing this to us again. We're going to see it coming this time, right? And even in, if we want to go as recent from a Sony Spider-Man movie, No Way Home had the whole Lizard getting his face done in at the end of the trailer by nobody whatsoever. And it turned out to be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man basically fighting alongside him. So, are they completely wrong? No, this is clearly knee-jerk PTSD reaction right here. And, could it be? I'm going to just speculate. Maybe. We've had him in the series before. Could Daredevil be right there? Just basically, we did see that Spider-Man was at the prison. We could see that possibly he breaks out Daredevil, that him and the Punisher basically reunite, and then he goes off on his own adventure. He's like, oh, well, that's enough of my cameo. And he, jumps, does a little flip out.
Maybe. I don't know. But that also doesn't make sense because Daredevil season 3 takes place and he's in prison, whatever. I don't know. It's all a mess. I would love to see him just as much as everybody else, but the continuity and everything says he's on his own journey.
I gotta go back to jail. He says, I have unfinished business. I thank you for breaking me out, but I gotta go back. And he just goes back. He's like, lock me up.
Maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
That'd be funny. They break him out and it's just like, Disney Plus mandates me to go back though. So I gotta skedaddle. Am I right?
It's all metaphorical jail.
Mm-hmm. So different images for sure, though. There was a few things that were different than what the original trailer, or at least what the leak that we wound up seeing. We obviously see Peter and him talking with one another. We saw the whole blast into New York City. We saw the Ned and MJ talking. I want to say this is more of the second trailer, obviously, than the first trailer. Like you said, it seems like they couldn't really change a lot of stuff, but they did add a couple things. A couple scenes here and there. They swapped out a couple things, but it wasn't too heavy. I feel like this is more the second trailer that we basically watched.
It's good.
So if anything, they basically had more people had more time to get some eagle eyes on there.
Right. So it's good. This is pretty good.
And I mean, you're a Spider-Man 2 fan. Are you gonna be using the suit in the game?
I might. It's not bad.
Dust it off. You're gonna be like, wow, it's time to open you again because there's no
Right.
DLCs
Yeah.
to that game. Well, so let's go ahead
Unfortunately.
and set up Carnage and not do anything with them. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and get Todd Phillips to record hundreds of hours of dialogue just to cut 90% of it and not use any of it. Sure.
Right.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, let us know what you guys think. Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer is out right now. Possibly being faked out in this trailer like we have been multiple times in the past by Marvel. Oh, that's one question I forgot to ask you as well. Are we excited for possibly a Joe, whatever his name is, Joe Cool or whatever, as the Hulk?
Yeah. I think it's a new way for the Hulk to go.
It's different, right? It's different. But, like I told you last week as well, like, they're basically using it not as the gangster persona. They're using it as the reason for, obviously, the whole Smart Hulk banner split. So, I mean,
Right.
You're using it in a different way. I mean, does that kind of take away from you? Or
Not really. I don't really care about that stuff. I just think as long as it makes sense, it's fine. Natural progression.
Okay. All right. So, as long it doesn't need to be comics accurate, it just got to fit in the story perfectly. Okay. Let us know what you guys think, though. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer is out right now on YouTube. And let us know if you're going to get that Spider-Man skin. That's interesting. Moving on, though, Josh, we finally got it, too. The Shrek 5 trailer. Now, we heard rumors.
Wow.
We had the first trailer come out, and it was a teaser trailer, right? We saw Zendaya's character, but a lot of people were like, where are the twins? Where are the other ogres that they had? It seemingly looked like that the internet basically guessed the plot, and they had to go back to the drawing board and basically do a rewrite. The movie was delayed. Here we are now. New trailer. I've seen a couple, like, what is it called? Little stills. It seems like they're adding the twins, which we kind of already talked about as well. I believe Josh Peck is playing one of them, and then somebody else is playing the other character as well. But we're getting some a couple additions to this movie that we hadn't seen, and this is all because of the possible backlash that was given a few months back. Are we expecting anything different, Josh? Are you expecting the animation to be different? I know that was another reason why people were basically complaining. Do you think that they went back and changed everything, or are we basically getting the same thing, just possibly add-ons?
Man, I think we're getting something a little more different than what it was, because the Outlash, just from a teaser alone, from the animation to what it looked like they were telling, fell off. So maybe we're getting something entirely different. This might be a whole new recipe from what we thought.
Were you a fan of the animation?
No, I thought it needed work. I mean, I thought why not go back to the original? And I don't think that's gonna change. So
Okay, yeah. I know some people were like, "Oh, natural progression as well." Like animation obviously needs to get cleaner and tighter when it comes down to it. But I think we talked about this last time when we saw the teaser trailer. But Puss in Boots coming back and giving us a whole new art style that actually worked and felt unique. And obviously, it wasn't the original thing, right? but Shrek kind of going a whole different direction with his more bubbly, clean look that we kind of saw. That's obviously, in my opinion, it's a misstep, right? It's not like how Ice Age did it, where they basically naturally just progressed the what is it, the CGI models and added fur or added more realism to the eyes or made the movements more clean. Shrek was basically doing that through 1 through 4, even with the Puss in Boots movies, or the first one at least. And then, obviously they took a hiatus and Puss in Boots came back with a different art style, which impressed me. I thought it was really good. You really liked it. I think you were on it for like a good 6 months. I think that was like your movie of the year for like a good
That's right.
time. So I mean,
That's right.
We're going a different direction. Let's check out this trailer, and hopefully we come out very excited, because I am a Shrek lover. So let's see.
Once upon a time, a hideous ogre and a delusional donkey embarked on a journey to the magical city of further away.
Oh my God, it's happening. It's really happening. Do you know what that means? I need a makeover. Get my arms yoked and my back jacked, my ass added, maybe even tighten up my badonkadonk.
No, definitely not.
So what you're saying is Shrek and Donkey off on another...
No, don't say it.
2 stalwart friends.
That's not what this is.
On a whirlwind...
Donkey.
Big city...
Ow! I'm caked up like a friggin' bakery.
Adventure.
Wanna date a snowman?
Speed up, Shrek.
You really can't help yourself, can you?
Hell to the no, I can't. Shrek and Donkey, 2 stalwart friends off on another whirlwind big city adventure. Oh, this is bad. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Roxy!
Donkey!
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
That's a little odd. That's a little odd. Josh, what do you think of the trailer?
That was weird. Like, you know how we have this problem with like AI, right?
Okay.
The way some trailers are cut now, it feels like they're being like formatted to train that shit. Am I wrong? I can't help but feel like every time it cut to something where at least more than one person was there, it felt like I was watching something like not made by a human. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just my brain, but I thought this whole trailer looked funky.
I think that's the animation. Like some things for sure. Like this scene right here in particular. Like this is the ending right here. And they kind of, I don't know if you kind of heard a little bit of a Smash Mouth, but I'm gonna replay it real quick.
Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Right.
Like all the expressions coming out of him, but the way that these background characters are moving, which I mean, they're the main characters clearly. It kind of is a little reminiscent of that AI trailer of the Doomsday that we were kind of watching, and they were just kind of standing up and walking and kind of moving around and not really doing too much.
Go to the scene where they're like talking to each other, and he's like, "Don't say it" or whatever. And he's like, "Hell yeah," or whatever. I think it's like somewhere in the middle.
Definitely not.
So what you're saying is Shrek and Donkey off on another...
No, don't say it.
2 stalwart friends.
That's not what this is.
On a whirlwind...
Donkey.
Big city...
Ow! I'm caked up like a friggin' bakery.
Right there.
The scene where right here.
Yeah. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I can't help but feel like
I'm trying to see what you're saying with this one.
like, look, it doesn't look like he's even like on the table. It like, I don't know. There's something wrong. I don't know. I feel it in my
doesn't look
bones.
like he's on the table. Let me see. I see what you're saying. Like,
The table's not moving. It's not shaking. Nothing. It's like I don't know.
I see what you're
Maybe it's
saying.
me. Maybe it's just me.
No, you're right. Nothing's moving. Like like the bodies are moving, yes, but like there's nothing, like they're not kicking stuff out of the way. Like these bushes, they barely got like a little mist of wind. It wasn't even the full brush. It was like only pieces. Well, they still got a year. Maybe they're gonna brush all that stuff up. But I see what you're saying. Like everything's just kind of moving around the environment. But I believe that could possibly be because they still got, like I said, a lot of these scenes to redo. And that's going to lead to my point, because it's interesting that they don't name these two guys, right? They don't name them. They're no names. But watch Shrek 5. Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, Zendaya. Now, I remember Zendaya in the first teaser. I remember that because she was front and center and prominent. Nowhere to be found within this trailer. Not even in this jail cell with them. I mean, at the home, she's not there. I didn't see her on the train when the train was going by. It seems like nothing's moving.
Is that not her?
Where?
On the broom? The red hair. I mean, they could be doing something like Oz. I don't know.
She's a witch. Would she be a witch? They're going to further away, not far away.
Which is could be like Oz, like a twisted up Oz. But yeah, but why is it just them? I don't know. I don't know. The see, it's weird. Everything about this is weird. What if they saw the backlash and was like, "Oh, we don't have enough time to redo all of it. Let's use some AI to fix it up and try and shove it out." I don't know. Something about this movie feels weird.
Not a good start for Shrek 5.
No.
A hiatus, and they couldn't get it right the first time. This is their second shot. We still got like a whole year before it actually releases. I mean, we still got time, right? Can we be optimistic? Can we say we still got time?
They could polish it. They could try and polish it. I guess, man. This feels weird. I'm getting like weird vibes from this whole movie entirely. It's insane.
You know what I'm upset about? I'm upset that you got a nice, polished, no issues, no snags, Puss in Boots. Okay, I'm upset that you got that, but I can't even get a sequel to Shrek that will do me well.
That's the thing. I would hope that they would have leaned into that, like the framing of that movie and all that stuff. But the fact that they kind of reverted to what looks like Minions like animation is kind of weird to me. I don't know where the progression for DreamWorks went. I thought they would be doing big things.
Me as well. This is interesting though. Check out the trailer for Shrek 5 is out right now. Zendaya's on the title card, but she is nowhere to be found. We got the two brothers now being shown off as well. I don't know if this is DreamWorks just saying, hey, you know, they wanted to see the siblings, there they are, or are they completely redoing a storyline? I don't know. Check out the trailer. Let us know what you guys think if you haven't. Moving on. Josh, speaking of AI, we do have a Disney movie that a lot of people looked at and are saying, oh, this is AI. It looks a little weird. It looks a little funky. Some things look off. It caused some people, some animators, I believe it was the director, come out on Twitter and just basically say, no AI was used in this movie. This was all made by hand, by animators. This was all humans doing. This was no robot work, right? The title's called Hexed. It's supposed to be a new Disney movie that's supposed to follow up what I believe is Hoppers. Let's jump into it. You got an eye for this AI stuff, so let's see if you got it again.
My whole life, I've felt like there was something wrong with me.
Why is she even here? I'm such an alt
Billy, you owe me a 10-page essay on why you're a pain in my butt. Do not make me call your mom.
What in the... Holy smoly. Whoa.
He's in the bathroom!
It's not appropriate, but I'm coming in.
Expelled? I don't even know where we go from here.
You are insane.
Hey, yay! Billy! Billy!
We've been waiting for you.
Whoa.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Oh. Do you have traits one might describe as strange, or freakish, or difficult?
I refuse to answer that.
That's a yes. Billy Doe. Welcome to Hex, the world of witches.
What the...
May your visit be magical.
Close enough.
Just like the way.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with me at all. Maybe I'm meant for something more.
It said Frozen, and then I swear I saw Olaf in here. It was like a split second. What'd you think?
Why is it cut like that?
Same thing? Same problem?
Look, okay, so I'm trying to like as it's happening, I'm trying to put it together, but I know how trailers are cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, we gotta kind of get the point across. We gotta show the character doing some cool shit, whatever. The problem is that this girl's hexed and whatnot. There's pieces in this trailer that feel unnecessarily cut.
Yeah.
Why can't you just show her walking the halls? Why do you have to cut her walking the halls? Why can't you show her going into the bathroom? Why do you have to cut every single second? That's the thing. But AI can't do perfect frames. And so it feels like they intentionally cut everything because they can't perfect the framing. So like for me, everything I'm staring at could be polished AI, but it's a polished frame of AI. That's why it looks uncanny in the way it does.
So you think the animators could have animated this, right? But you think that they're using AI to cut up the trailer?
Maybe not cut up the trailer, but finding a way to like feed AI and be like, this is how movie trailers are made, and then like they're gonna use that to basically find a way to like amp it up and make it work the way it's supposed to.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
So,
training it basically. I don't know.
So
These animated movies are.
So you think it's being trained or is being produced out of AI?
I mean,
because if they're training, that means that they're like, it's kind of like what came out this past week too. The artist SZA, I guess she found out that her music has been being used, all like her whole catalog has been used to train AI to make AI music and stuff like that, right? Like that to me, that's different. Somebody's stealing artwork and actively putting it in the machine to try to use the machine to use it later on down the road, right? That's, in my opinion, using AI right there, right? Like you're producing something out of it. where I can agree where like maybe Shrek had like a little bit in there, especially with like how you were saying like a lot of the stuff in the background wasn't moving and stuff like that. But this one, it seems like it's happening. And I see what you're saying about the AI thing. It's just I feel like the trailer feels more as if like it's being put in the AI to basically produce a popular trailer, and it just falls flat. If that makes sense. Like if they put in the thing, produce a trailer that's gonna grab attention using this film, and this is what they basically got out, and they were like, okay, we're gonna use this. Like, I don't know if this is like a test run to use it. So like I said, just to clarify, I don't think the animators used AI in this film. I think the person who cut up this trailer used AI to basically try to amplify it or make it look better. But certain scenes, exactly how you said, are cut in weird ways. And that has to be because AI doesn't know when to cut it up. They just think that, oh, this is epic. Because the computer says, oh, it's supposed to be epic, so cut this up here, cut this up there. It's supposed to be a slow build up until this point, whatever, boom, boom, boom. But when humans make trailers, it's different. We obviously take what the little parts, unless it's a bad movie, you put like the whole movie into the trailer. But like if you take the parts that are basically gonna bring in interest and then basically give you something epic towards the end, where this one just felt like they just wanted you to go on a whole ride the whole entire time.
Maybe, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say, and I don't want to tarnish anyone either. If everyone that worked in this thing is up to top shape, cool. If that's the case, then we might be looking at a bigger industry problem on trailers and animated films, because I feel weird looking at this. Something about it drives me insane.
Again, and I'm going to tell you this again. AI is going to make its way. Okay? It's going to make its way into Hollywood. It's going to make its way up the ranks. It's going to make its way to where it needs to go. Okay? Now, us as people are going to be able to decide where it's used wrong, in which I think Shrek 5, that trailer is like you pointing it out kind of shows that it's really like leaning heavy on that side. If animation feels like they can get away with it a little bit better right now with AI and stuff like that, I don't see what the issue is, because like I said, it's going to be innovative. It's going to change things up. People are going to use it. But this is a bad example of trying to use it on the trailer. In my opinion, if it was used, like I said, this is all speculation. This is what I think. But I don't think it's as poorly made as what we saw with the Shrek 5 trailer.
I think it's all disgusting all around if they're using AI, dude. That's just flat out how I feel. It makes me uneasy watching trailers. Imagine how uneasy I will be watching a whole movie. No, I don't know. I disagree.
Interesting take. I like it though. I like it. I like you standing firm on the no AI thing. I like that. But let us know what you guys think. Hex trailer is out right now. Check it out on YouTube. Let us know if you see what we are seeing, because something is definitely up. Can't put our finger on it, but we could sure smell it out as much as we can. Am I right? But let us know what you guys think. Moving on, Josh, we have a Netflix movie, Greta Lee, Wagner Moura, The Last House. Now, like I said, Netflix, Netflix is Netflix, and Netflix makes movies. And here we are to review said movie. Or if you can call it movie content. They make content, and we're here to review said content. Greta Lee is making her rounds in Hollywood. That's why I kind of wanted to watch this trailer, mostly for her. I loved her in Tron. She was great. She's going to be playing the lily pad in Toy Story 5, or she's playing it right now. Apparently she is amazing, immaculate. I think she's going to be one of those actresses that get to the position of like Ming-Na Wen, and she's going to like just be selling tickets. Like I feel like she's going to go get to that status and then go the route that she needs to when it comes down to like these Oscar winning movies and stuff like that. So I have really high hopes for Greta Lee. So let's check out this trailer, and hopefully Netflix doesn't taint her. Am I right? Let's get into it.
Hey, no scooter in the house.
Mom, let's go.
Go wait in the car.
All right. trash me.
I'm not. I'm hiding from our children.
It won't open.
I think we're trapped in here. We're sealed in.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. But we are safe. We are in our home.
Oh my god.
It's not just us. The whole world. But most importantly, we have each other.
I saw someone outside today.
What is something out there? It's keeping us trapped.
What do we do?
We survive. This is going to end one day. We can't help you. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Okay.
I can't help but feel like there's a lot going on here.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It seems like a quiet place mixed with what we're kind of seeing with the house on Oak Street, the end of Oak Street, or the one that we were watching with the dinosaurs
No.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It seems kind of like a hybrid. Like if Netflix was kind of listening out to see like what they're going to be producing pretty soon, and they were like, "Hey, we gotta kind of match that a little bit." It looks good to me. This is actually a Netflix movie I would be looking forward to. Maybe it's because I have a soft spot for Greta Lee or something. Like she looks really like she's gonna be acting her ass off in this movie. Wagner Moura as well. Like I don't know much about him, but he looks really good in this role as well. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I don't know what you think, unless you're gonna talk to me about more AI here. And if you're gonna taint my Greta Lee, I'm tainting your Spider-Man. I'm going back. I'm going back.
No,
Spinning the
no.
block.
See, it's a lot harder to do with real life stuff. I didn't get a vibe out of that. I feel like this movie looks solid and all that stuff. I just can't help but feel like it does have a lot going on. I think giving it away that the days are
Kinda
obviously
flying
getting
by.
longer where they're trapped. I'm like, yes, we know that, Netflix. Thank you for telling us that in your trailer. I can't wait to hear it again. All in your movie. All I'm saying is I can't help but feel like there's a lot going on. They're trapped. It's probably gonna be aliens. Have you seen the one? No One Will Save You. I think that's what it's called on Hulu.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's kind of giving me like that.
So, that's another mixture. Yeah, No One Will Save You, A Quiet Place, and I see that. Okay. Yeah. I'd be down for it though. It doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it's worth something. I mean, this
I
is
hope.
one that I would hopefully want to do a review on. We'll probably watch it and see if it's worth the review. But okay. If Netflix is gonna, I mean, I always felt like Netflix always put out like 1 to 2 bangers a year. Everything else is basically like off to the side, and even then, those bangers you don't remember those bangers past like a year or so. So
Yeah, Netflix. Well, every once in a while, I guess they'll catch a dub for their TV movies, but we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Dang, Spielberg's fucking shooter over here. He's sending out
That's right.
praise for the man. I appreciate that. Let us know he's over here standing up against AI for this man. I didn't know I had Spielberg's assistant in here. Oh my god, I should have.
That's right.
I should have known better. I should have known better.
When the GOAT, like Scorsese, decides to abandon everything and do AI and all that stuff, you gotta go for the ones that are just still standing. So Spielberg's my guy. I haven't even seen Disclosure Day, and Disclosure Day is already my favorite film of 2026. So no,
we'll get around to watching that one pretty soon. But let us know what you guys think. The Last House will be on Netflix August 7th. Check out the trailer; it's out right now. Let us know your guys' thoughts. Moving on to our final and last trailer, Hotspot, starring Andres Konopoka and Nomi Rapace. Look, their names are crazy. Sorry if I butchered them. I personally thought that this was Michael Rourke for a second when I first saw this trailer. Or when I first saw like the little clip, or not clip, the little, what's it called? The picture.
The thumbnail.
When I saw the thumbnail, I thought this was Michael Rourke. I was like, oh shit, he looks a lot younger for some reason. I thought he was playing a younger version, but it's just a different actor. It's a different actor. So let's check out this trailer, see what it's about, and see if it's worth our time. Apparently that fighting one came out. It's on streaming as well. I gotta watch that one as well. I forgot what it was called, but it's out right now. The one that everybody was like praising. But yeah, let's check out this Hotspot trailer.
Good morning. Detective Yan 623. You can now start your day with me, the head. Your assignment is as follows. You have been selected to conduct an investigation at the refugee center.
She's a demon. A demon, Johnny. Did you kill her? Are you a cyber witch?
You can call me a witch, but not cyber.
The system is not stable.
You hacked me.
You did this to yourself. We can save each other.
Cool.
You are my animal.
Danger. 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 Overstimulation.
Stop!
Thank you for your attention to this matter. Have a nice day.
Yummy.
You're gonna talk about a lot going on in the movie.
Yeah, that one had a lot, but cyberpunk vibes. I like that.
Yeah, it's like I'm assuming it's gonna be like a futuristic AI movie where it seems like she's gonna be able to basically build herself up using other people and somehow be able to control them using some sort of like AI through human basis.
Yeah, because
maybe in the future, they
like
got chips.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like everybody in like cyberpunk has like a chip or some kind of form of cybernetic like in them.
Mhm.
So I can imagine she's probably like hacking her way into them and all that stuff. I like this. This is pretty good. This is good.
What I'm thinking too is like, and kind of like from the trailer, because you saw like the dude missing the eye right here. I'm assuming what I'm thinking is that she probably starts kind of like half off, and then she goes and pieces herself together using people. That's interesting. That looks kind of like new and fun. I think this looks different, and if they're using that like AI trope and all that stuff, which obviously it seems like that's just the thing to do in Hollywood these days, like that's the new fear, and I feel like you standing on the other side of that whole AI argument is kind of fueling said fear. So, ooga booga, Josh, this is for you. But if this is what Hollywood thinks is what people are scared of, then here we are. It's not too bad, right?
I like it. It's always kind of been a Hollywood thing. I mean, we had Terminator, we had That's another one. Total Recall. Like, it's all the same.
Yeah, it just changes up, right? Like before it was Skynet, now we actually have a name for it. It's artificial intelligence, it's AI, it turns into this, that, and the third. So it is what it is. And I think even what was it, the bad movie from Terminator was basically like it's not Skynet, it's something else. Like it's like AI can take different forms kind of thing. So it is what it is. But yeah. Hotspot looks pretty good to me. Looks like there's a lot going on. A whole tiger was in there. Like, are we gonna see Tyson too? Like Tyson gonna come out?
That'd be fucking nuts, dude. Fuck.
They were just like, whoa, that's just way too much for the trailer. Like,
yeah.
We can't just put him in there, right? Like, this is not gonna happen. But let us know what you guys think. Hotspot trailer's out right now. With that being said, though, that's our last topic for this episode. Any topics we should be talking about? Movies you want us to review? TV shows? Josh, let them know where they could do all that.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FilmBros Podcast. Post on episodes are up. You can hit us up there for news and movies you want us to cover. Bust about link in the social I just gave you. It's like a Patreon. You subscribe, you help the show go. Greatly appreciate it. Listen to us anywhere get your podcast at FilmBros Podcast. Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. Again, wherever you get your podcast. Be part of the conversation. Twitch at FilmBros Podcast. And once all said and done, subscribe to YouTube at FilmBros Podcast.
And with that being said, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Bye-bye. Oh my gosh. All right, brother. I'd like to